Well, something to think about is karma. It's such a well-known word, you know, and used in all sorts of wacky ways. And of course, one of the common ways that people think about it is in Buddhism that, you know, speaking of reincarnation, future life, past life, blah, blah, blah. But forget all that, you know. It's actually an incredibly simple concept, and we actually are very familiar with it. And we think it, but we don't use that word, you know. So, you know, for example, I mean, okay, the idea is about karma is that our mind is the key player in what goes on. You know, so in other words, whatever we think, and therefore on the basis of which whatever we do and say is the very process itself that produces who we become, produces the person we become. Now, we understand that. If I'm studying music, we know perfectly well that everything I think and then do and say in relation to music is exactly the process that produces the musician I become, or indeed not become. We know that, you know, we know that. So we know, in other words, we produce the musician. You produce the cook. You are the key person. It's your mind that does it. This we have no problem with. We just don't speak about it like that, and we don't think about it as karma, because we think of karma as punishment and reward, which is really ridiculous, you know. It's this natural logical process such that whatever we think and do and say produces the person we become. But we don't think it has anything to do with whether we become a happy person or a suffering person. We think that's something else altogether. You know, in other words, when it comes to happiness and suffering, we don't think that our mind plays any role at all. This is kind of very bizarre, actually. And this is really the essential point that Buddha's on about. His expertise is not about become a good musician or a good cook, it's to become a happy person. And that we've got the power to do that. And how you do that is by knowing your mind and reconfiguring it, transforming it, turning it into the mind of a happy person. And what part of your mind does that mean? Well, it means lessening the neuroses and the anger and the fears and the depression, and growing the goodness and the wisdom and the clarity and the self-confidence and the compassion. I mean, that's the essence of it, you know. So something to think about, definitely.